What's going on, New York Yankees fans? Welcome back to another video. If you guys haven't done it already, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that notification button so you get notified when a live stream pops or video drops. Appreciate y'all coming back to another video. This is on a controversial topic, but first I'll basically outline this. If this does not premiere before 7 o'clock, my apologies. The YouTube processing, HD, that stuff takes a while, as well as the exporting. It's not excuses. It's just telling you guys what happens and why I don't upload. It's not like I'm busy during the day, at least during this time. I try to upload as fast as I can. With that being said, though, Gary Sanchez has been doing well as of late, the Yankees catcher. That has prompted the question, should he be in the All-Star Game? I'm going to outline my opinion, then I'm going to back it up with facts. Gary Sanchez should not be an all-star catcher. Here are my reasons why. I don't think he's very consistent. Now, obviously, over the last month, he's been doing well. We'll outline the stats because there's both sides to the argument. We're not detailing one side and not detailing the other. But I'll get into the negative reasons in a little bit. So, his stats on the year: 11 home runs, 25 RBIs, 237 batting average, 41 for 173, 24 walks, and 55 strikeouts. Now, if anyone knows me, I'm not an analytical person, so I'm not going to be basing OPS, WRC, WAR, that stuff. That's not stuff I'm going to focus on because I don't think that really it matters in my opinion. You guys can take it how you like. You could use the stats, whatever you want. But the basic stats I just listed are the ones that matter to me, and the ones that are closely related to baseball, not just numbers made up on the go. So with that being said, Gary, in his last 12 games, 15 for 42, 357 batting average, 4 home runs, 12 RBIs, 8 Ks. And let's go into the last 30 games, and then we'll go into monthly. In the last 30 games, he's at 100 at-bats, 7 home runs, 19 RBIs. He's 28 for 100 with a 280 batting average, 32 strikeouts, and 10 walks. With that being said, let's go into April all the way back. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 190 batting average, 15 Ks, 10 walks, 11 for 58. You look at May, slightly better. 5 home runs, 9 RBIs, 213 batting average, 10 walks, 22 Ks, 13 for 61. A little more on the K side, obviously. June, which is better. 5 home runs, 12 RBIs, 315 batting average, 4 walks, 18 Ks, 17 for 54. Here's my thing on Gary Sanchez. That's the positive stats. Now, obviously, stats don't tell the whole story, stuff like that. You can make the excuses, and I'm not going to accept it from anyone who gives me the bull crap of that. There is a lot of catchers around the league who don't deserve to be on the ballot, nor do they deserve to be voted in. Yasmani Grandal, I'm pretty sure, is one of the leaders in the All-Star voting, and he does not deserve it because he's hitting like 190 right now. Martin Maldonado, the catcher for the Astros, I'm pretty sure he's at the top of the voting, at least from what I heard. I may be wrong. Salvador Perez, he's one that deserves it, obviously. So don't give me the excuses, oh, the ballot, stuff like that. What does that have to do with one singular player? And I'll actually go on that excuse and try to disprove people in terms of who are better catchers, basically around the league, not just American League, because I'll factor in the National League too. So with that being said, here is my problem with Gary Sanchez. You could give me the stats and stuff like that. The first 2 months aren't great. Let's just put it that way in terms of stats. In my expectations, I think a Mendoza line of 250 is fair. In my opinion, I think a Mendoza line of 250 is fair for my expectations of players. I'm not saying anybody else or what have you. A lot of people say, oh, you can't give Gary, these expectations. Well, Gary has shown us in the past that he can hit 299, that he can hit all these batting averages above 250, 260. Even when hitting 31 home runs, 10 home runs like that, in the past, like 2016 through like 2018, his batting average was good around that time. What's not on the stat sheet, though, is the amount of games in the past, not within the last 30 days, though, at least that I can count, is that he's taken himself out of the game mentally after one mistake. The game in Detroit where he advanced on a throwing error and didn't know whether to go to first, second, or not. He was out there. The one game where I think it was against the Tampa Bay Rays or the Blue Jays, runs on a ground ball that is hit in front of him, and he's out. And listen, you could give me the stuff, oh, the Yankees aren't good at base running. Rougned Odor made the same mistake. Well, let's get into some more mental mistakes. He, in those situations, didn't block the ball well afterwards. Once again, something that won't be on the stat sheet because it provides context. Some of these stats don't provide context. After that error especially, not blocked balls, passed balls, especially against the Blue Jays in Dunedin, I think that was one of the games where he had one of the major errors. And then I think it was against the Rays or the Blue Jays at the stadium when he made that third base running mistake that he overthrew the runner at second. Those are mental errors, and those don't show up on the stat sheet. Now, obviously you could give me excuses or reasons or whatever that maybe Salvador Perez or Buster Posey makes the same mistakes. I'm willing to engage in a debate with fair opinions and not just trashing people for their opinions and whatever. If Salvador Perez takes himself out of games like Gary Sanchez does, then you could say, okay, and you bring that up to me and I say, okay, well, obviously the stat sheet don't say that. So that's my problem with Gary Sanchez. And a lot of people saying, oh, name some catchers better than Gary right now. Okay, I'll give you 3. 2 in the National League, 1 in the American League. Salvador Perez, .292 batting average, 18 home runs, 47 RBIs, 80 for 274, 8 walks, 71 strikeouts, which is not necessarily good in terms of strikeouts because that's necessarily a strikeout every game. He's played 70 games this season. But the home runs, obviously, good job there. I know the analytics bugs love the home runs. I love home runs, but obviously if you can hit consistently, I don't have a problem with that. And he still gets it to a fair average. You know, all these people saying, oh, you know, the Yankees hit home runs, batting average don't matter. Well, you know what? Matt Olson is one of the league leaders in home runs. He's still hitting like a good solid 300 or a 290. So don't give me that analytics bullshit. With that being said, Buster Posey, who's played in 49 games, 329, 12 home runs, 26 RBIs, 57 for 173, 23 walks, 34 strikeouts. With that being said, Buster Posey didn't play last year. The spring training was basically a get-back thing for him. He didn't play last year. He opted out due to the pandemic. So for somebody his age to kind of put up those stats, that's kind of good, honestly. 329 batting average, you know, he's 34 years old, so he's not going to be hitting 70 home runs every year. He's not going to be hitting 40 home runs every year, but 12 home runs, 329 batting average, that's something I would be happy with if he was my catcher. With that being said, the last one, JT Realmuto, in 53 games, 292 batting average, 7 home runs, 29 RBIs, 50 for 171, 26 walks, and 47 strikeouts. So, I know this was a short video, but that's basically my headline. Gary Sanchez, I'm not hating on him because a lot of people misuse that word hate. You know, they think hate, hate, hate. No, it's criticizing for doing wrong, and then there's hating, where it's like Domingo Germán situation where people are saying, you know, bringing up the domestic abuse stuff. Not saying it's not wrong. That's another video, another topic, but like that's not relevant. Sorry. What does that have to do with his play? Doesn't. So basically, my final thoughts are this. Gary Sanchez, I'm happy he's doing better. He fixed that leg kick, that unnecessary leg kick. Obviously, that's why he's doing better. I wonder who put that in, whether it was himself or Marcus Timms, or someone made an adjustment. Shout-outs to them. Shout-outs to Gary for obviously fixing his stuff at the plate. Now he's hitting home runs and base hits altogether. Lucky he wasn't thrown out at third base. But he needs to show me more than a month of consistency to be an all-star catcher. You can't be getting outs on the bases. Can't be not blocking balls and taking yourself out of games. Once again, everybody has bad games. But with that being said, Gary Sanchez has taken himself out of games early in the year that makes me come up with this opinion myself. So with that being said, guys, if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that notification button so you get notified when the live stream pops or video drops. Hope this video goes out before the Yankee game tonight. We'll see if Higgy or Sanchez is playing. More videos throughout the week. That's kind of what I wanted to do with this channel now that we're in the summer. I've got better technology and all that stuff. Appreciate y'all. 210 subscribers. We're only so many away from 300. So obviously that is a great milestone to get on this channel, being that I've been on this YouTube thing for more than a year. If you guys haven't already, also follow the boys in the Big Apple Twitter. The link or the Twitter should be in my bio of my Twitter. So with that being said, guys, peace out, stay cool, and see you later.